guys. Welcome to the party. Get a little piano practice in here. So many times I've cried. What is that shit? Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your face. What up, Hayo? What up? How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Hey, I felt bad last night. I wasn't trying to I felt like I was ignoring your chat. I wasn't trying to do that. I was just on the game channel with like two other random people I've never spoken to in my life. Who were like Pete's friends or whatever. So I was just kind of sitting there, like, I kept kind of doing some wacky stuff, and then I'd hear them on the other end be like, what? You know what I mean? I was like emoting in the corner, and then they'd walk up and see me and be like, all right, bro. You know? It was fun, but it was like covert Fortniting way too hard. One of the dudes I think was kind of into it because I was still actively helping them, but I was definitely like I go and like, I'm gonna get them. Oh no, I died. But anyways, yeah. Okay, cool. I saw you and like Moltres were chatting, so I was really happy to see that. So I was like reading your guys' messages, but I was like trying to type it out. But anyways, appreciate you, brother. Great to see you. Hope you're having a great day too. I was just, I woke up, I was listening to freaking, I heard like Lenny Kravitz. I've just been like rocking out to Lenny Kravitz for the past like 20 minutes. So I was like, all right, I gotta go live. I'm actually this will probably be a shorter live right now because I'm gonna go do some yard work after this. I gotta go chop some roots. But I still wanted to get on here, do a little bit of this. We got some more to do. Yeah, Moltres is the best, dude. Moltres and Psycat are the nicest dudes, you know? But you are too, you know what I mean? That's why I was like reading your guys' conversation. I was like, wow, these guys are like genuinely good dudes. Like, I love to see that, you know what I mean? Like, in general, that's kind of just the vibe I just love. It's like people who are, like, you see Moltres is a total savage, but he's the sweetest guy. But you know what I mean? It's like, but he's got that dog in him, you know what I mean? Like, he might not, you might not expect it at first, but the dude's a savage. And I love that. You know, I see that with you too. So, I don't know. Anyways, I appreciate it. Like last night during the stream, it was funny. I was getting all sorts of like trolls in there, and every time I get a troll, I'd just be like, "Oh, bro, thank you so much. I appreciate you." And they'd be like, "No, I don't like you." And I was like, "Thank you, man. You're awesome." You're like, "No, you're old and you suck. You should stop." I was like, "Dude, thank you so much for the advice. I really appreciate the consideration." Hey, Skibbity! What up, Skibbity? Skibbity, you can totally learn the piano. Absolutely. So day one, if you want to learn piano, start by just trying to like rest your fingers on the keys and just try and like hit an individual key. Try not to, you know what I mean? Try and avoid that. Just start with like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely, Skibbity. I encourage anyone to start playing piano. Even if you don't have a piano, dude, Skibbity, honestly, the piano is a percussion instrument. So you can literally, if you don't have a piano, just start practicing this. Like, listen to songs you like and kind of imagine yourself playing the piano. What would you play? Would you play high notes? High notes will be with your right hand, you know, up top. You know, maybe you want to play some low notes. You'll kind of tap around with that. Like, literally, don't let anything, are you saying you're from Qatar? Or you're saying you play guitar. Sorry, I can't really read that. It sounds like you're saying you're from Qatar. But regardless, man, sometimes people don't have pianos available to them. Whatever instrument you want to play, don't let it stop you if it's not available. Dude, like, just imagine yourself playing. Like, the power of air guitar. Like, seriously, it sounds corny, but just like kind of start finding ways. Like, literally, I practice guitar. Like, if I'm in my car with my car seat, I'll practice bass by like strumming on the seat belt. You know what I mean? You can practice your right hand. You can literally take a string and practice plucking and stuff. So point being is like, get creative with it. You know what I mean? You have one. I like instruments. So I appreciate you, Skibbity. I like your name too. I had to look up the whole Skibbity meme. I was like, what on earth is this? And then I saw the whole camera faces versus the Skibbity. Anyways, appreciate you, brother. If you ever have any questions regarding wanting to start piano or anything or whatever, feel free to pop in here. I'll be doing these lives every day. So I'm always, very, very, I get very excited when people tell me they want to start learning piano. So I love it. But, yeah, man, to start simple, have fun with it. That's it. Like when I started piano, I didn't really, my buddy had a piano and I had no idea how to play, but I would just sit there and go skip any toilet. Yeah, I would sit there and I would literally just play white keys and I would just like, you know what I mean? I would just pretend to kind of play beautifully. Like I had no idea how to play piano, but I would just kind of find, like I would do a lot of that. I would do like thirds, so you just skip one note between each other. You know, and that's a really easy way to kind of start making music. You know what I mean? You just take any white keys, and rather than playing the two next to each other, you get that. Skip one white key, and now you got that. It's kind of hard to see, but I got one key between these two. And you can literally do that anywhere. And you can start making music day one. Another good place to start is just look up a chart and start memorizing the notes. Figure out where C is. It's next to the two black notes. Go just to the left of it, find that C, and find the C everywhere on the piano. Anytime you find a C, boom, play that C. You know what I mean? You just start doing that with all the notes. You really like the piano as is? Absolutely, man. The piano's an incredible instrument. Your dad wants to music store? Absolutely. Yeah, you should go to your if you can go to the music store with your dad, like that would be a great memory for you too. I'm sure he would love it. Is your dad a musician too? You know? I'm sure he would I'm sure your parents are I've never met a family where their kids like, I want to learn piano, and they're like, no, this is Joe, why would you do that? You know what I mean? Almost every parent when their kids like, I want to learn piano, they're like, yes, our son is going places. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm assuming gender there, so my child is going places. I was so amazed looking at the piano. Dude, that's awesome to hear. Honestly, like that's what I love about music. Like there's a reason there's an orchestra. You know what I mean? There's an instrument for everybody. You know, anyone can play. You play whatever the heck you want to play, but you know what I mean? My main thing is I don't ever want anyone, people are like, oh, I can't play music, I'm not musical. It's like, bullshit. You're alive, you're musical. You know, you just got to find what you like. Do you like music? You know, some people are like, oh, I don't even like music. It's like, all right, well, I don't know, maybe play this triangle. Play it on the downbeat. I don't know what to tell you, but like anyone can play music. You know, there's something for you. Hey, what's up, Russ? How you doing? Russ, absolutely. Self-learning tips. I mean, number one for a self-learning tip, you know, utilize the internet. The only thing with like online sources, it can be kind of tricky. Like without like a one-on-one coach, it can be tricky to like learn bad habits. And bad habits are the death of, you know, really anything. But, you know, so you want to be, bad habits are really hard to undo. So start with the basics and stick with that. So if you're self-learning, start with like day one basics and just get it down. You know what I mean? So I don't know how long you've been playing, but you know, locate some trusted sources. Usually I just recommend for musicians, go to your favorite musicians, go off the album, find freaking DVDs of them online or something. Like they all have, most of your favorite musicians, if you just look up like whatever your favorite musician is, like tutorial or something like that. They might have some like little DVD. So utilize that. You know, practice, you know, just basic, like if you're working on piano, just like basic posture, you know, learning the keys. Again, it just depends on where you're at. You know what I mean? It kind of, everyone's a little bit different. But yeah, I would just say, yeah, practice your ear. I would say, you know, number one, like even if you're having like trouble with like, you know, like trying to figure out that stuff, always work on your ear. And yeah, it's a struggle, man. Like, and what's great is that like you might feel like you're kind of plateauing, but what's great is like you'll always keep pressing forward. You know what I mean? Like I recently I felt like I was plateauing and I took 2 days off. I still practice, but I just kind of like literally just ran the scales. And then after those 2 days, like literally my hands were like screaming at me to play piano. And it sounds crazy, but that's like what you want to get into. You want to get in that weird space with it. You know what I mean? 2 years, feel stuck on not being able to separate my hands' independence. Fuck, awesome. See, that's what I was getting at, Russ. That's what I was getting at. Figure out where your struggle is. Highlight your weaknesses. So that's like the biggest thing with any self-practice is a teacher will be able to highlight, work on this. They'll be able to see you in a second and be like, hey, you got to work on that. And that's the value of a teacher. And that's why if you have a teacher, you'll progress faster. But since you don't, you're already able to highlight where where the weakness is, which is awesome. So you're already way ahead of the game. So separating hands, number one, say if you're working on a piece here, literally just separate the hands, play them separately. But what I would number one recommend is stack the notes. So get rid of the piano and tap it. You know what I mean? So let's say you have, you know what I mean? Like look at the notes and how they stack up. So let's say it's like a half note in the left and 2 quarters in the right. You'd be like 1, 2, you know what I mean? Like just super basic, but get that rhythm down. Just tap out the rhythms, whether it's quarters and A's, 16s or whatever, go super slow and just get the basic rhythm down and you'll be able to piece it together and then start like, even if it's like single finger notes, you know what I mean? Just get that, then start, go real slow and chunk the notes too. You can even, like, if you have chords, you can kind of like chunk it and like, go real slow with it. And, highlight specific spots and, don't move on until you feel like you've nailed that spot and then maybe take another chunk and then connect them together. You know what I mean? Because I think a danger with a lot of musicians is they feel the need to go all the way through the piece. It's like, nah, bro, focus on this one little chunk and then piece it together. Learning with Ultimate Guitar Dabs, can't read music. Oh, bro, so Russ, I can teach you how to music. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I really encourage anyone to learn how to read music. Because tabs are great. Tabs are great if you have the recording with you. Because it can kind of piece you, but the fault with tabs is that you don't have the rhythm. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to really know your ear, and when you're starting out, tabs can kind of throw you off because it's the ear that really tells you what's what. So all right, I'm gonna just give you a basics. So if you're learning piano, you'll probably see this. I'm not going to go too in depth, but this is likely what you're going to be looking at. It's called the grand staff, and it's going to be what's called the treble clef and the bass clef. So you're going to look at these toes. So typically this is your right hand, this is your left hand. So these are like the high notes, these are the low notes. I know this is backwards, but you'll probably recognize that if you see that. Now, in between these two notes, or in between these two clefs, is like a little invisible line, and then that line rests what's called C. So we have our C right there. And as far as the music goes, we just have a musical alphabet. So we go A, we go B, we go C, we go D, we go E, we go F, and we go G. And then after G, we go right back to A. We just start right over. So music is great because you really just need to count to 7 or 8. You know what I mean? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to 1, you know what I mean? So right now we're going to kind of focus on C because C is our little bridge right there. So day 1, locate where C is. Don't even worry about anything else. Locate where C is. And middle C on the piano is right there, just right in the middle. Makes it real easy. So, know where that note is? Play it right there. Once you know where that note is, don't even worry about reading the music. I just want you to take the piano and then locate where all the C's are on the piano. The C is the 2 black notes, and you go just to the left of it, okay? So locate that, and then come back to me once you do that, and we'll add the more notes. But start with that C, one more time. Middle C right there, okay? That's your quest. I've just given you a quest, okay? So now you got to go on the quest, and you come back. I'm like the NPC at the shop. I'd be like, "Welcome, visitor. Thank you for stopping in." You know. So go do that. Let me know where you're at, and that might even be too easy for you. But don't be worried about with music, especially. Start easy. Don't. Everyone goes like, "I don't want to play Mary Had a Little Lamb." It's like, bro, make Mary Had a Little Lamb sound awesome, and then get back to me. You know. So yeah, embrace the basics. Embrace the boring. Love you, Haya. You're awesome, dude. I love you, brother, but we can't. I know. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I need to get like I need to get a whiteboard. That's what I really need. So, Russ, yeah, I apologize. Let me do it bigger. Thank you, Haya, for letting me know. Let me find a blank piece of paper real quick. All right, let's try this one more time. Blank paper. Blank paper, one more time. Big paper. Let's do it like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you read that? We have our treble clef. We have our bass clef. Treble, bass. 5 lines, 5 lines. In between those 2 stacks of 5 lines, we have another line right in between, which is right in that. You split, lay a circle right on top of that dot, and you get what's called middle C. So middle C on the piano is right there. It's right next to the 2 black keys. So you should look for 2 black keys together. It'll be 2 black keys, then 3 black keys, then 2 black keys, 3 black keys. Anytime you see 2 black keys, just to the left of that first black key, it's gonna be your middle C. Okay? I want you to find the C everywhere on the piano. You know what I mean? But start by just finding that middle C. Okay? So that's day 1. I don't know if you guys can read that, but we'll get better. Right now we're working on a low end. How's that, High? A little bit better? A little more better. Okay, I got the thumbs up. We'll definitely try everything you advised me. Thanks, brother. I'm going to explore your channel videos and tips. Hey, really appreciate you. Honestly, yeah, thank you. So, yeah, my channel, just FYI, I do a lot of different stuff. Usually with these, they're kind of more chatting, kind of just, I'll be playing music and stuff. I do some like workout videos. Anyways, you'll see a lot of random stuff on my channels. But yeah, these piano streams in particular, if you just see piano practice, it'll be more music based. But again, if you ever have any questions at all, feel free to jump in these lives and feel free to ask me questions. Like that's one of the things I love most about this is you guys jumping in and saying, hey, I'm learning piano. Hey, I'm 2 years in, I'm a little stuck. Hey, whatever it is, I love this shit, you know? So yeah, feel free to come back, and I'm going to work on getting some kind of whiteboard or like clipboard teaching thing that I can do this a little bit more better. And also I realize that this is backwards, so I apologize. I don't really know how to split that. But you know, we'll get better in time. But yeah, that's why I really like this. It's like, I kind of just want to open the door. That's really what I want to do with this channel is get into the teaching side of things. So, again, thank you guys for popping in and keeping this so engaging for me. You know, otherwise I just sit here and I just practice sight reading, you know, so, thank you. You know, and best of luck to you guys. Keep at it. The thing with the piano that I've learned, I think the thing that I've learned the most in terms of self-practice, especially for you, Russ, if you're 2 years in, bro, every day. Like I don't care if you miss a day, just before you go to bed, even if you can't, like do something with the piano and commit to that every day. And I'm gonna be real, like 30 minutes a day is one thing, an hour a day is awesome. But once you start getting to 2 hours a day, bro, now you're gonna start being like, hey, I could take this professionally. Whoa, what is going on? So the thing is, it's just put in the time. Piano is very much like gymnastics. You got to put in the hours on the fingers, otherwise you're not gonna expect them to do what you want to do. Going to sub your channel for notifications. Find out when you'll be live. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. You're awesome. Yeah, I go live every day. Like I said, I might do a workout later. I might play some games later, but those are kind of like the basic ones. So you'll see it. But if it says piano practice, or I might do one that says, like, you'll know by the thumbnail. When I do musical stuff, it'll either be the Joku thumbnail, or it'll be that weird one with me sitting underneath Bach and Beethoven, looking like I'm freaking out. So look for those. Other than that, appreciate you popping in, brother. Skibbity. Skibbity toilet. I love it. Hold on, I need a little koofy here. A little koofy. But yeah, man. Yeah. And you guys, even if you guys have questions about guitar, bass, starting out on voice, whatever, you know what I mean? Music is just awesome. I don't care what instruments you play, like, just the fact that you guys are playing instruments is dope, you know? Oh, man. Let's try this guy. Appreciate you, Skibbity. Thanks for popping in. You too, Ross. You guys are awesome. Back to life. Back to life. Back to reality. Back to life. Back to reality. Back to life. Boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Oh, okay, so it's boom, and so and it goes bum 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 bum. And he goes bum bum bum. He goes bum 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 bum. Ha ha! There we go. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Ba 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 da do da bum. Bum 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 bum. Who knows that song? Appreciate you, Russ. Have a good one, brother. Bum, 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 bum. Anyone? Any takers? Bum, 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 bum. Let's get the next note in there. Oh no, hold on, sorry. Bass clef, haha. I know. So this, bum, 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 Ba-dum-dum, da-da-dum-dum-dum. Dum-dum-dum-dum, ba-da-dum-dum, bum, ba-ba-bum-bum-bum. Bum, 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 ba-da-ba-dum, bum, ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Do-do-do-do-do. A woman needs to get a man. So that woman needs, that a woman needs, that a woman needs to get a man. I love that. I love that. See, that's why it's cool to start reading music, so you start picking up on those. I mean, you can pick it up on your ear too, but it's so simple. They go la do do la, and they go ma, da, da, da. You know what I mean? They go. No, you don't know what I mean. They go da, da, da. They go a to get a man. So they go up to the A, and then on man they go down an octave. So man is man. to get a man. Like, I love that shit. You know what I mean? It's what is it called? Like textual painting or something like that, where they take the lyrics and you make it the music match the lyrics. I don't know. I'm nerding out here. I love that stuff though. Ow, she's a brick. Man down now. Ow. You don't know how I feel. You never know how I feel. You think I'll leave your side, baby? Ooh, and B. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, oh, oh. Somebody give me a little Sade. Sade! Ooh, Sade's so good. Appreciate you, Russ. Sorry, I missed that last one. I always locked up in practicing every day, probably why I feel stuck, but now I have something now to go and practice. Wife even feels neglected because I'm always in my room practicing. Hey man, good on you for keeping the practice up, but incorporate your wife into it. You know, maybe pick some songs you might like. Play some songs for her, so surprise her or something. Like get you know. But at the same time, I understand you want to respect the practice time too. So that could be distracting. I don't know. You do you. I don't know your family dynamic there, but yeah that is part of dating a musician is practice is a requirement. You know what I mean? And anyways, I'm not gonna rock the boat on any marriage. So go maybe take the wife out. Reward her afterwards. Like after you finish your practice, you should come out and be so stoked. You're like, yes, honey, I love you. You know what I mean? So every time she'll be like, yeah, go practice. You come out like awesome every time you come practice. I know that sounds manipulative, but I don't mean it that way. You know, I guess all I'm saying is, you know, she's your wife. She loves you. Maybe just convey to her how important it is, and I'm sure she understands. You know what I mean? Especially if she plays a instrument. Like that's why I used to like I went through phases where it's like I remember I dated someone who was a serious musician, so it's like she understood how much you have to practice. And then I dated someone who wasn't a musician, and it was very much what you're saying. She felt neglected, like I wasn't giving her time. I'm like, no, it's not that. It's like I need to practice. I need the time. So how I got around that was I just got weird with it. I just have my bass with me every time. Like we go take the dog out for a walk, and I'd bring my bass with me. She's like, "Do you really need to bring that bass?" I'm like, yes, I do. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, her grandma was definitely like, "Is he crazy? Guy's bringing the bass everywhere." I'm like, "How else are you gonna get better at it?" You know? So gotta embrace the weird sometimes. I know, I know. Sometimes I look at the note and I go, "Why are you this note? Why are you not that note? But you're this note. Why? Tell me your secrets. What do you know? What are you hiding from me?" Many things. You listen to the cry. You must smell the note. You must taste the note. You must feel the note. What do you hear? Do you hear it? Oh, shit. What just happened? Oh! It's multiplying. Oh! Woo! Oh! The man who's scared of the piano. What if it was a pianist who had a phobia of pianos? Like he had a deep fear of piano because of some traumatic incident, but he was still just the best pianist, so he had to continue playing. But he's like, oh, no! Oh! Oh! Oh, no! People are like dragging him back to the piano. That's like way harder. I'm tortured by the beautiful melodies only he could create. Oh my god. Oh, shit, I didn't realize how much panic is exhausting. That's probably why they tell you to stay calm in fights, dude. Just like pretending to be panicked for that like 30 seconds, bro, I'm tired. that gassed me. because I'm grabbing the wrong part. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Sorry to fix the music stand. Fight or flight is real. Dude, no, I know. It's like, because it's like, you train for a certain amount. That's like the whole point is like training to be relaxed. But it's like, bro, I was just like literally just joking, like pretending to be panicked there, like legit, like, oh, Bro, that was like very tiring. Like, surprisingly, like more so than even hitting the bag or anything. I was just like, after like a minute of that, I was like, whoa. There's something to that. There's something there. I just like, yeah, sorry, I kind of had to break because I was like, that's kind of an interesting, dude, how funny would that be? There'll be new cardio centers because they realize like the cardio potential that fear and panic puts on the human nervous system. So they bring them in like an Orange Theory style cardio class, but they proceed to just like bring in like bears and you know what I mean? Like things just just terrified. Or I don't know, just like, you know what I mean? One class is just like a mass psycho killer just chasing them around the room, and then after the class, like, woo, that was a great sweat, guys. That was really good. Like maybe the trainer pulls off the mask, like, all right, guys, you got a chainsaw. Oh man, that would be a good time. Dude, that's what we call it, fight or flight fitness. Dude, that's awesome. Hi, we should go into business together. Fight or flight fitness. It'll either be the biggest thing ever or completely tank and we get sued. I don't know. I'm willing to take the gamble if you are. I feel like that's kind of what smelling salts do, put your body in emergency mode. That's a good point. I've never actually tried smelling salts. I was actually, when you first said that, I was thinking of bath salts. I was like, is that what they do? And I realized you're talking about smelling salts. I've never tried smelling salts. I've just seen people do them with it. You know? But I know people who carry it around. I've just never tried it, you know? Mind blown, homie. I'm in. Let's do it. Fight or flight fitness. It's taken up. All right, everyone, stay tuned. We're gonna be starting a whole new fitness regime. You just have to trust us. You have to show up to the facility, though. We'll. Like, why is this gym in a cabin in the woods? What's going on? Is that a chainsaw I hear? Oh my God! Oh man, we have fun here. I think I'm gonna shave my head today. I think that's what we might do later in the afternoon. I think we're gonna buzz the top. It's probably a bad idea. I should probably go to a professional and try and tighten up. I don't really want to do that. Fight or flight fitness is awesome. I love it. You can slip a chainsaw. You can slip a chainsaw. You can slip a phone. Exactly. And we have like an ironclad waiver. So it's like, hey, bro, you signed the waiver. You killed my grandma with a chainsaw. Hey, man, it's fight or flight fitness. Like, she clearly didn't have the fight in her. And she didn't have the flight either. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. It's like, what does it say you do private kill or be killed sessions? What does that mean? It's like, I don't know, show up. We'll see what happens. Flight fitness, you come and you fight the dude, or you might die. Well, I'm the catchiest. Keyboard or weighted keys? I prefer weighted keys. Personally, this is I have a keyboard. I have like $100 Casio, and what's funny is the $100 Casio. I can do like this. I can do repeated notes. I can do stuff on the $100 Casio. I can't do on weighted keys. Like look at this one. I have to slow it down to hit it every time. Um, but I typically perform on a grand piano, so I prefer like this is a digital piano. It only has what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It only 7, 8, 9, 10. It has 10 sounds, you know. And then I have a super cheap Casio that has like, you know, I haven't even counted all the sounds, just endless, you know. I prefer the feel of the weighted keys though, but it depends on what you're trying to get to. If you're trying to do digital production, go for a keyboard because it's got a lot more capabilities to it. If you just want to play classical music, you want to play on, you're looking to play, you know, more on a segue into performing on like a grand piano or an acoustic or whatever, I would maybe go for weighted keys. But again, even like an upright piano, they oftentimes sometimes won't even have like really weighted keys. Some of those have really floppy keys. So yeah, it kind of depends on what you're into because I'm used to this keyboard now, even though it has weighted keys, they're not super heavy. So when I go on grand pianos, I kind of prefer what a lot of pianists don't like. They want the heavier keys where you kind of have to fight it. I actually prefer a little lighter action because I'm more prone to carpal tunnel. So I prefer it to be a little lighter, even though it is weighted. So like at my school, I end up, that's kind of messed up. I'm like, why do I love these super old keys? Like there's certain keyboards that I just, pianos that I love more than others. And then my teacher was like, oh, well, those are old and they actually have ivory keys. You like the ivory keys? And I was like, oh, I kind of feel bad now. But yeah, I really like ivory keys. You like actual ivory. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, again, it just depends on what you're doing. I don't really do I don't do any like digital musical production. I'm just using this to practice. But you don't need to spend a lot of money to get a nice weighted keyboard either. Like I think I got this one for like 200 or something like that. Nowadays, I think it's in the 400 range, but I got this a long time ago. This is a digital piano P35 Yamaha. So I like the feel of Yamahas, but you can't go wrong with a Roland either. Rolands are great. I've heard people, I always see the Privia. I don't really like the feel of the Privia, but again, I like digital pianos. That's what I'm getting at. Do you know why there isn't any 61 weighted keyboards, which I believe would sell really good? Dude, I know, 100%. My guess is that 61 keys. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Yeah, if they could make a smaller weighted keyboard, dude, they would make bank. So, you know, hey, maybe you should talk to some people. You might thought something like business is literally just finding where there's a vacuum. You know, where is there nothing that can be something? You know, so you're absolutely right. There is a market waiting to be had for that. People would love that. My guess would just simply be that the people typically looking for the weighted keys are also looking for an 88 key style, like full keyboard. But I'm with you, man. I like to learn this. I used to buy like broken, 2-octave keyboards or like 1.5 octaves just so I could keep it in my car and just, mess around with it, even though it wasn't making sounds, just to practice the, basic scale positions. So, yeah. But, yeah, at the end of the day, just whatever you got, practice. It's like when I'm practicing my Casio all the time, even though it's got really light, crazy light keys, I get used to it, and then that's what I prefer. I play this, and I go, oh, what is going on with this? I play this more, I get used to this. So whatever you play, you'll get used to. So I wouldn't overthink it, but if you have the option to get something nicer, I 100% recommend weighted keys all day. That's my preference. But again, someone else will tell you, nah, man, keyboards, you can download sounds, you can have a drum machine, you can have this, you can have that, blah, blah, blah. You can have all this stuff. So that's what you're paying for with the keyboard. So you're not so much paying for the keys, you're paying for the computer inside that does all this extra stuff, Let's figure out how to build one. Yeah, honestly, yeah, 100%. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Like that's what it's all about is Especially like I don't know how old you are, but if you're looking to get into any business, bro, it's just like literally just it's just figure out where is there a need and where is that need not being provided, and then you provide that goods or service, and boom, you got a successful business. It sounds simple, but it really is. You know what I mean? You just have to figure it out. You just have to think. You know. You have to observe and ask yourself, what do you want? What do the people around you want? And I'm with you, man. You say 61 keys, way to keyboard. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. I think yeah. I mean, it can't be that hard. I mean, day one, you could literally just we could go fight or flight fitness style, take away the keyboard, and we'll buzzsaw it in half, and then we'll figure out, okay, where's the wiring, and then compact the wiring, rebuilt it, and now we have a 61 key. So off the top of my head, that would be the bare minimum. You know what I mean? Just compact whatever the computer is in here, and then so we would kind of need two. But I used to do that with guitars. I would just take guitars apart and be like, oh, so that's what's going on with this thing. You have a Studio Logic 88 and 783 MIDI, Roland, Juno, DS88, Yamaha MX88, all are weighted just big to take to gigs. Yeah, I'm with you. Honestly, I've been like, yeah, like I have this one. I would honestly get a better keyboard for gigs, because the thing with this one is I've had this for like 10 years, and occasionally my high C sharps and my G's go out, which is like, can't gig with that. So this was like my one. I've taken my Casio just because it can do stuff, but really, yeah, you need a more quality. Yeah, it's a pain, but like, yeah, I don't know. I like being real with you, Russ. Like I load all my gear. I'm my own roadie, so yeah, it's part of the territory, Sometimes, yeah, it's always good, especially if you're carrying your own gear. Looking for something a little lighter is always smart. Save your back. Like I used to have these speakers that literally they were like the subs were 200 plus pounds, and I would throw my back out if I did 3 gigs a weekend. I did Friday, Saturday, Sunday. By Sunday, my back would be thrown out just trying to load those speakers. So I ended up investing kept investing in lighter gear for that very reason, just to save your back. So 100% with you on that. Also on that too, what I've been doing as far as piano gigs, I mean, it's different, if you're a gigging musician, you just go wherever the gig is. So I get that. But one thing I've been doing is I find anytime I go to a venue and they have like a grand piano, I go, hey, let's talk. Let's set something up. You guys need a lounge, you know what I mean? So that way, that's what I love about piano. You find venues that have the piano already set up. As long as it's in tune, man, you're good to go. And even then, if it's not in tune, you could just talk to the business and like. Anyways, yeah, every town has a local tuner. You can then set up a little relationship with them, get them some money, get you a tuned piano. Everyone's happy. Boom, boom, boom. Recently got a Roland Juno D6, and it's great for gigs like my Korg Cross 2, both very convenient. Dude, I love it. I love hearing all this stuff, dude. So yeah, because like as far as me like gigging, like I brought, like I said, my super crappy Casio, because again I was putting through a really nice system, so it really didn't matter. And then I bring my my Telly, nice and simple. And it depends on what vibe I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll bring my fretless bass, or sometimes I'll bring a regular. You do solo acoustic and recently started pumping piano into the next. Hell yeah! Okay, so we're right in the same thing. So yeah, I'm the same way. I'm solo, so I just bring my own everything. You know what I mean? So it's always like I get there like 3 to 4 hours before just to set up and then chill, and then the performance is usually like anywhere from like 4 to 7 hours, and then boom, tear down. So yeah, anyways, taking care of your back is always a good idea. Yeah, but yeah, man, that's great that you do solo acoustic music and you're touring, you're gigging, dude. We should chat more about that. I love to hear some of your stuff. That's really cool. That's like right. That's what I really want to do, and also part of the reason I'm doing this online stuff, because if I'm being real, like you sound like you're disciplined with your practice. Like I'm guilty of like it's easy for me to take like a couple months off on guitar and just not even pick it up. And then when I pick it up again, I'm like, oh my god, I love this thing. This is the best thing ever. Um, Same thing with piano. Same thing with everything. So recording this stuff is really helping me to kind of stay on point and keep practicing, and then connect with you guys. You know. And Russ too. If you ever have any questions too, like I have a really like world class piano teacher. I'd be more than happy if I don't have the answers. I could maybe pick her brain and then get back to you. You know what I mean? And see you on another later date. So, it sounds to me like you're a legit professional. So, I love connecting. You know what I mean? So, let me know whatever, I mean, like you were talking earlier. Like I said, I didn't know your level, but now the more you're talking, I'm like, all right, bro, we should talk more. You know what I mean? Solo's the way to go. Being 54, it's not even the loading of the gear. I think it's the weight of dealing with musicians. Bro, right? I don't know. So I started in bands when I was like 11, I think. And and then I did bands throughout high school. And but yeah, after my high school band, like, dude, I was done. I was like, nah, man, like this is just too much. And I like tried playing gigs, like I tried playing bass. Like I would find a drummer I loved, and like it was a bassist. You find a drummer you treat him like gold, you know. But then that guy was like, he was in another band, and it was like the guitarist was like writing all these bullshit songs about his high school girlfriend, and he wanted to go like reggae feel. So I wanted to play funk with the drummer, and then this guy wanted me to just go boom, 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 which is great. So I'm demonstrating my own ego. But yeah, I just didn't want to play with that. So actually, I'm demonstrating exactly what you're saying. I should have just played the music, but I just didn't want to play. His music sucked, so I didn't want to be a part of that band. I just like the drummer. I just wanted to play with him. But yeah, solo's the way to go. You can there's too many opinions. Like I remember like one time I tried like starting a band with my buddies in my 20s, and I remember we were trying to write a song, and he had the pen and paper. And this is where I was like, oh, this is not going to work. Because we were talking for like an hour, and we'd been going back and forth on all these ideas. I'd have ideas, he'd have ideas, I'd have ideas, he'd have ideas. And then finally I was like, let me see the paper. Hold on, let me write this down. I look at the paper. He only wrote down his ideas. He only wrote down whatever he said. He didn't write down any of the stuff I had shared. So, I mean, like, I should have been writing it down too. But it was like, that was, we were working together. And I was like, oh, yeah, you don't give a fuck what I have to. You only, like, this is only about you. And then I was like, yeah, we're not gonna be, writing together anymore. You know what I mean? And then when I was in my 20s, I sang in choirs for years. I didn't even mean to. It was just like I went to school to study bass, but then they found out I could sing. I made a mistake of like doing this like audition thing where I sang Stevie Wonder, and they're like, oh, you can sing high. And then all of a sudden I was in like freaking like 7 different choirs. I remember with that, dude, it was the craziest ego. Like I liked it because choir almost had this almost military feel to it, where it was like, bro, you got to be on point. We get new music and we perform it later that afternoon. Like we were, it was a lot of gigs. And for me, it was great because it was the most low entry for a performance. I just show up, you hand me the music, sing it, boom, we're good to go. But I just remember the egos in there because it was just all these divas where it's like they didn't want to be singing choir, they wanted to be singing opera, they wanted to be the solo. Whereas I was just like, hey, let's make some cool music, man. This sounds great. But I remember one time we did a performance, and only like 3 or 4, I think it was like maybe 5 people showed up in the audience, and like all the singers were just like, fuck this, I'm not going out, I'm not performing for 5 people. What the fuck? That's bullshit. You know what I mean? And I was like, hey, listen here. Those 5 people showed up for us. So you go out there and you perform like there's 5,000 people out there. You give those 5 people the show of their fucking life, because how are you going to punish them for actually showing up for us? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? So I always like that. I don't know. Like, I remember Louis C.K. talked about that, where it's like he had to work a whatchamacallit. He had to work at whatchamacallit. He had to do a comedy club, but the owner had him do it where if no one was there, sorry, I'm like doing weird 7th chords and trying to think at the same time. If no one was no one was there, he still had to perform as if there was a full audience, so that if people walked in, they'd get the feel of a comedy club. So it's like, um, bro, it's like anyone can play music in their room like I'm doing, but it's like to actually gig, it's like my number one thing with musicians, and this is part of the reason I work alone. Like, I don't really give a shit how good you are. Like, can you play the parts? Like, yeah, that's important. Do you sound good? But my number one thing is, man, are you gonna show up where you're gonna be? Say you're gonna show up. That's it. Like, and then are you early? That's a whole other thing. You know what I mean? So I just too many times with musicians, it's just like they're like flaky. I'm like, oh, bro, I'm never gonna work with you again. Like, oh, you flaked on me. Okay, cool. Like, you just burned that bridge. I'm sorry, you could be the best musician in the world, but if you don't show up where you say you're gonna show up, we're done. You know what I mean? That's it. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, I love talking with other pros. I remember I played in one band where we're performing at a party, and it was the drummer. And I was playing rhythm guitar at the time, and I remember we are playing, and just mid-song, the drums just cut out. And we're all just like, all of us, we just kind of panicked. We go, what happened? We thought something happened to him. And we turn around, and our drummer literally just got up to go to the bathroom mid-song. Like, you can't even make that up. And we're like, bro, what are you doing? He was like, I had to go pee. And we're like, bro, you have to wait till the end of the song. Like, we can break like after the song. You can't just get up in the middle of the song. You're the drummer. We need. And he was just like, dude, I had to pee. Like, I don't know what you want from me. I don't know, man. It was crazy. It's like, I don't know. I've always just had a love for music and self-taught and singing and guitar and now piano. Done years of metal and rock, everything in Queensryche to Slayer, country and Elvis. Hell yeah, brother! I love to hear it. Yeah, same here. Like, I'm essentially self-taught. Like, I took drum lessons when I was a kid. Like, my dad's a guitarist, so it's like I've had guitars around me since I was a kid. But yeah, kind of same thing. I started in metal bands, punk bands. My first band was called AMF, for America's Middle Finger, because we were so cool. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm right there with you. And then somewhere in my 20s, I got into like, or not even my 20s, 19. I always loved funk. So I kind of tapped out at Slayer. That was about as heavy as I got. But when I was a little kid, I was obsessed with Ozzy, and just like, my first album was Paranoid, by Black Sabbath. Actually, my first album was Past, Present, Future by the Greatest Hits album with some extra stuff by Rob Zombie. So I was obsessed with Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, Ozzy, a lot of punk. Yeah, but then I got into funk. Yeah. Punk led me to Chili Peppers, led me to funk. Then I became obsessed with funk. And then at some point I discovered Motown. And I literally spent, I think, like 5 to 7 years. I only listened to Motown. And then I studied classical music and other stuff at school. But I was just the snobbiest dick about, there's no other music than Motown. Stevie Wonder's the best. Nothing else. And I just obsessed. And it's very limited, but that period of being so obsessed and so gung-ho on how great Motown is really taught me a lot about music, and I stand by it, dude. Motown's amazing. There's just something very special about Motown. But yeah, I love all music, Now I'm praise and worship leader at my church. Hell yeah, dude. Great bringing all the genres of my past to church. Dude, I'm right there with you. So, yeah. I work a lot of weddings, so it's just like whatever the clients want, that's what they get. You know what I mean? I do gigs where it's like what I dictate the whole thing. You still dictate it, but it's like, so through that I'm playing. I did a Persian wedding. I did Indian wedding. I'm just getting all sorts of different cultures and styles of music, which I love. And even on here, I get people who come in and they ask me to play different styles of music. Like, I was thinking about that yesterday in terms of that, and you might appreciate this too, being a praise and worship leader, is I was thinking about, like, how cool would it be as a musician, and this would be a challenge to you and a challenge to me too, is to learn a song from every country and every culture. Like, is it possible? I think it is. You don't even need to learn the whole song. What about just like a little segment of a melody? Can add a little chord progression just to kind of like show connection and support. Because like yesterday we had these two brothers from India pop in the chat, and they're asking me to play some Indian music, and I'm like, hey, I don't know this music, but I'll listen to it. So I was listening to it, trying to figure it out, and then like one of them, I freaking loved it. It was like he was like, his name was like Deli Mandela or something like that. I had to look it back up, but I was like, dude, I love this, and I never would have heard this had you guys not shared it with me. Um, yeah. So, anyways, I love world music for that. You know. Yeah, the iron scales. Yeah, right. I know. See, with me and scales, I literally just practice. Like me and music in general, even martial arts, everything. I focus on the bare basics, and I just focus on that, and just kind of keep building, and then I like rather than being like, oh, those scales, I think of everything as like the basics and then kind of how it connects to that, if that makes any, it probably doesn't make any sense. But basically I focus on do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do, just major scale. If I need minor, I just lower the third and the sixth. Natural minor, I lower the seventh or whatever. Harmonic minor, I raise the seventh. You know what I mean? So, but everything is just off of that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And then I kind of make the variations of that. I've never done the whole like modes and all that stuff and scales. Like I remember as a kid, it was tough for me because I basically just played chromatic, and then I would play with people and they'd be like, "You're playing chromatic," and I was like, "I don't know what that means," Um, but yeah, when you hear some music, you just like the scales they have available. Like when I was listening to Indian music, it was crazy. Like exactly what you're saying. So I need to learn those scales as well. I guess I'm agreeing with you because when I was listening to it, they would be like the melodies would like literally be occupying like D, E, and F, and maybe G, like just a tiny little pocket of that harmonic range, and yet what they were doing with it in that tiny little pocket was just insane. Like I mean, it's like they would just do these like da 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 da. I don't know. I'm butchering it, but basically like little runs, like crazy shit in between these like little things. So it's like it was not simple at all. Um, and that's what I was telling them. I was like, hey man, like I know you want me to play this, but these guys are hitting me from every angle right now. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, exactly. Like I was messing around with that earlier. As much as I was talking about like not being into modes, I was just doing this where it's like E major, do, re, mi, fa, so, and then all I did is raise the fourth, so you get that sharp five, which I know that's a mode. I think that's like the whatever the mode is off the fifth. I think that's that one. But then so I was getting so it's just a raised fourth or a flat five. I guess it'd be a sharp four in this situation. But I love the sound. Hook and sound, it sounds cool. Yeah, I love Indian music. I like as I was listening to it, I was like, oh yeah, this reminds me. I used to listen to Indian music all the time because I love the tabla, and I still want to study the tabla because I'm convinced if you got better at the tabla, bro, your piano would take off because you'd just be like when you watch Stevie Wonder play. Stevie Wonder's almost playing the piano like a tabla. Like his fingers, like they like snap back like that, and just like I can't do it, but he's like, you know. It's like my hand's coming up, but it's like his fingers just like, he's just like, snap, 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 snap. Yeah, but that's cool. You do the music in church. I used to sing in church with the choirs. So I like that because you would just show up. I think it was like Monday or something like that. You would rehearse, and then we would sing on Sundays. Yeah, yeah. That was always kind of a dream of mine too, to play in a church. I always thought that would be really cool, just to have that weekly connection with people and just playing music. And hey, you'll appreciate this quote. I read this quote yesterday on stream, and I think I kind of freaked people out because they took it as like me trying to get all religious on them, but that was not my intent at all. But I do recognize that we have people of all different cultures and uh, you know all parts of the world and stuff. So I'm not trying to in any way, you know, be uh, you know doing that. I remember yesterday I read this quote and everyone was just like, "I have to go," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot that guy was Muslim. My bad." Um, but don't mean any offense. But anyways, let me read this quote. So I saw an interview with Kurt Vonnegut where he was giving a speech, and so these are two. It's kind of the same connection of the thing. So it's Kurt Vonnegut on music. He says, no matter how corrupt, greedy, and heartless our government, our corporations, our media, and our religious and charitable institutions may become, the music will still be wonderful. So I love that one. And then the next one is he says, if I should ever die, God forbid, let this be my epitaph. The only proof he needed for the existence of God was music. And that to me is like, that I found that very inspirational to just kind of like commit to music because that's kind of like, I definitely believe that. And it's just, there's something just very special about music. And that's kind of why I love about getting on here is hearing people, connecting with people all around the world and then hearing people being like, hey, I want to start piano or I want to start playing guitar. I want to, whatever, I want to get into music. It's just like the more people who can play music, because even in Plato's Republic, man, Plato, I think it's like, I can't remember which, it's not book 7 because that's the cave. But he talks about like, okay, let's build a society. Let's what's the education system look like? And I'm pretty sure he talks about teaching music as like one of the primary things you teach any child or any human, because his thing was that music teaches you right from wrong. So you start to learn how to decipher, differentiate right from wrong because you have the right notes and you have, you know what I mean? You have the kind of like, don't play that note, you have the wrong note kind of thing. Not as obviously jazz will tell you, oh no, like 2 chords are great, you know what I mean? But we're going back to Greek, we're talking about Pythagoras and, you know what I mean? So, but, uh, but yeah, just there's very, I don't know. Like that's what I've always had. Like I've always loved martial arts and I've always loved music, and music is very much like you know, just something very special. Like martial arts, as much as I love it, it was always kind of like I knew how much beauty is in there, how at the heart of all the violence is actually love. But music is almost opposite. It's like pure love, but also it can help you access all that negativity and emotions, and um, so it's a wonderful thing. But yes. Um, Russ, we can talk more. I don't have a Facebook page. If I'm being honest, I kind of keep my I kind of keep it just YouTube because yeah, it's too easy to I don't use any other social media. You know what I mean? So I just keep it just YouTube. Um, because yeah, I used to have Discord. I used to have all that stuff, and it's just like yeah, it just kind of gets a little weird. But yeah, we'll figure something out. But yeah, we can. But yeah, you can shoot me like you can leave a comment on anything, and I'll read it. You can shoot me a message, but we'll figure something out because yeah, I definitely there's people I'm definitely down to connect with, but um, due to past events, I very much I protect my privacy. You know what I mean? That's nothing against you. That's just my standard with the YouTubes and the internets. You know what I mean? So yeah, I get people. They're like, anytime anyone asks me where I'm from, I am from France. We come from France. And again, no disrespect, sir. There's no disrespect whatsoever. That is just I've learned I must adhere to that rule for my own sanity. You know what I mean? Really use Facebook. I only use it to keep in contact with the real people. Yeah, exactly. Like I didn't even make a Facebook way back in the day. It was I had a friend make it for me. But it's like yeah, I just like yeah, I ended up deleting most of my social medias like but yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. I know what you mean. I used to have it just to stay in contact with family because that was like my only connection, like my aunt, my uncle. You know what I mean? So, um, you know, yeah. But I try and stay out, even though I'm on social media technically right now. I'm live streaming it, but uh, that's part of the reason I kind of like live streaming as much as I do. Because if I'm being real, if I'm just chilling, I am so guilty of just doom scrolling on my phone. Like I'll just go on like the shorts or like reels and just sit there, and all of a sudden 3 hours pass by and I just go, what did I just do? So yeah, I have to be very careful with how I monitor my phone use. So what I've found is that if I just go live and I sit here and I just practice for 5 hours, um, that was a very I feel much better about those days than if I just sit there and I just kind of mess around with my phone. So point being is that while I'm recording, I can't use my phone. So it's a way to kind of keep me off of you know those typical habits I would engage in. Oh, there you go. Shout out to Texas. I love it. Yeah, that's what I love about this going on YouTube too. Is I get people coming in. I got guys from Brazil. I got a guy from Serbia. I got another dude I got people from Sri Lanka. I got people from India. A lot of U.S. I got France. I got it's just like we got this like community that's building up of like people. It's like a cast of characters who pop in every day, and it's just people from all over the world. And I love that. It kind of blows my mind. So it's like, and then as people get more comfortable in the chat and they start sharing with me, I'm like, oh, like you realize you're talking with a real human being. You're like, I mean, it's just so obvious, but it's like there's a lot of like you get a lot of trolls where it's like it's very much just like, okay, this person is just, they're just trolling or whatever. So when you get real people, I really appreciate you guys, and the more you guys share and I get to know you guys, it's even cooler. Like last night, one of the community members who's been chatting for a while with me. They were sharing like, oh yeah, I study cinema at university, and we're just all of a sudden we're talking movies and all this kind of stuff. So it's like, yeah, I love it. Just getting to know you guys is really cool. So appreciate y'all. I've never been to Texas though. I've always wanted to go to Texas. I think my mom was born in Texas. I'm pretty sure my mom was born in Texas. She was a military baby though, so she moved all over the place. But I'm pretty positive she was born in Texas. I'm saying because you're actually replying and being real, and of course for the piano playing. I appreciate you. Yeah, no. It's like that's why it's just like I'll sit here and just like practice. I try and sometimes I'll be a little bit more wacky. Sometimes I get into character. We kind of mix things up. But yeah, I appreciate just the real and just communication. So yeah, just you guys popping in the chat, just very much appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. Because regardless, I'm going live anyway. Sometimes I'll just be kind of chilling and just kind of doing my thing. But sometimes I'll just like literally be just goofing off trying to make myself laugh. Like yesterday, I was doing a cooking stream, and literally there's no viewers in the cooking stream, and I was just like pretending that like the spinach was like the most putting me into the most ecstasy I've ever experienced in my life, just eating the spinach. And I was just having the time of my life, and all of a sudden I look over and there's like 10 viewers, and they're all in the chat. I'm like, I'm almost embarrassed. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm live streaming all of this, aren't I? Point is, you gotta have fun. So this might be obvious, but Stevie Ray Vaughan's my favorite. Is he just legendary in Texas? Does he have statues on every corner? Because that's what I hope. The old Texas rattlesnake. I had to look him up. Dallas, baby. What up, Haya? How you doing, brother? Yeah, no, as I figured he would just be. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah, so I'm like looking at Stevie Ray Vaughan's picture. I'm almost getting emotional. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. His song "Life by the Drop" is like what helped me quit drinking. You know, the "Hello there, my old friend. Not so long ago, it was till the end. We played outside in the pouring rain. On the way up the road, we started over again. You're living the dream of you on top. My mind is aching, oh Lord, it won't stop. That's how it happens, living life by the drum. That's how it happens, living life by the drum. Yeah, Stevie is the best. Let me see if I can figure that. Hello there, my old friend. This thing is horribly out of tune. Yeah, I don't think I forgot about you, Haya, when I was talking about people in the community, bro. I appreciate you for all the MMA chat too. Well, actually, I just honestly talk about being real, bro. We had one of the most real moments on stream yet yesterday. So I appreciate you, brother. I love it too because you reminded me too, like yesterday, Haya, like how much this song in particular means to me, and you know what it means to me. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, dude. All right, let's try and work on that song. Let's push it further. Yeah, we certainly have an awesome community here we're putting together. It's been a slow grind, a slow build, but I love it. That's what it's all about. That was the goal from the get-go. Build the community. All right. Oh, fuck. All right, so I did it right. What up, Ethan? How you doing, brother? Just so y'all know, those wonderful tender hands stroking those keys can also. I appreciate you. I know we got to do it. We got to do another workout stream here. That's why I was inspired by Max Bear so much last night. Was his dichotomy of character and how he's just like the most savage heavyweight champion, literally killed a guy in the ring, but is just the most sweetest, gentle, generous dude. So yeah, I love those guys who kind of break the mold like that. So yeah, I think Max Bear might be one of my all time favorites. Uh, like Jack Johnson, Max Bear. How can you not love Ali? Um, and I just love Tyson. Yeah, I genuinely just love Tyson. And I'm sure I'll think of some more, but in terms of boxing, that might be my Mount Rushmore. Jack Johnson, Max Bear, Muhammad Ali, and Mike Tyson. And of course, everyone we could debate that all day. You know what I mean? What up, Ethan? Yeah, let's do a little Beethoven here. Beethoven's. I think Beethoven again, Mount Rushmore. Without Bach, you don't have Beethoven. But man, Beethoven's my guy. I love Beethoven. I love Beethoven. I love Bach. I love the Chopins. Mozart's obviously one of the best, but it's like I don't know, something about Beethoven's music just has always, brother. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to the Symphony Number Nine. That used to be my gym track. As funny as that sounds, it's like I think it's like 45 minutes in total or something like that. Or no, maybe it's an hour and 19. I don't know, something like I can't remember, but um, I think the 45-minute track is actually the Turkish March, uh, or the Janissary March. But um, but anyways, yeah, I used to listen to that on repeat all the time. And it's funny too because I only have one recording that I like, and when I listen to other recordings, I go, "Ah, what is this?" But I don't know what the name of that recording is. I just had the recording somewhere because the tenor is like from wie seine Sonnen Frieden seinen in der Daten das ist ein Wissen Mann ich seine so reden. Freuden, Freuden, Freude schone seine Sonnen fliegen saden tadedom. La 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 la. Ihnen da dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da dum. Da 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 dum. mic and do that.
I want to sing as a the Beethovens. We are going to sing. Okay.
Do I know Uromus River Runs in You? No, I haven't heard that song. I'll have to pull it up. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Well, I think the only opera song I actually know is Beethoven. Let me see if I can even remember. It's like Ich liebe dich so wie du mich am Abend und am Morgen, noch war kein Tag, wo du und ich nicht hartleich zu ertragen. Drum Gottes Lebens über dir, drum meines Lebens Freude, Gott schütze dich, wer halt dich mir nicht feindlich zu ertragen. It goes into a B section from there that I don't quite remember, but Beethoven's! Shout out to the Ludwig! Ludwig! Ich liebe dich so wie du mich am Abend und am Morgen, doch war kein Tag, wo du und ich nicht heitleich zu ertragen. Gottes Sundet wieder über dir, drum meines Lebens Freude, Gott schütze die, wer hat ich mir nicht feindlich zu ertragen. And that's why I got kicked out. This is when everyone sings. Lascia io pianga il ora sorte e che sospiri e libertà e che sospiri e che sospiri e libertà. Lascia io pianga il ora sorte. Okay, let's break away from that. Yoruma is a Japanese composer that uses mainly piano. I think I would like it too. I feel like I know the name. Let me see. You say Yoruma River Flows in You. No, river. Oh, it's a river. Oh, it is Yoruma River Flows in You. Oh, hell yeah. Well, let me connect my headphones. Oh, yeah, I know this. All right, let's figure it out. Oh yeah, hiya, check this out. So we're talking about figuring songs out by ear. My dad gave me this tip. He just said, because he picked it out from edition, but he literally just said it's like sing it and then figure out what you're singing. You know what I mean? So yeah. It's always felt like voodoo, but literally I haven't been able to do this until I started doing these live streams. And I think it's the adrenaline of having you guys actually watch me try and figure it out that forces me to just go for it. Whereas if I'm by myself, I almost, it's like I second guess everything. Whereas like when you're live, you're just like, boom, that's it. You know what I mean? You don't have time to think about it. Let me just listen to it. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this song. Oh, dude, I love this. You know what I'm thinking? Because piano is one of those instruments where you really have to respect the process. You really have to respect the where we're headed. You know what I mean? And how to get there. So what I want to do with piano is start creating goals, landmarks that I plan on hitting, and that's like a life goals. This is now one of them. I love this, dude. I love this. And I'd heard this song before, but I didn't know what it was. I'm gonna send this to my teacher right after this live stream and say, hey, you probably already know this song, but this is now one of my goals is to be able to play this. You know, how can we get there? What do I need to work on? You know what I mean? Because she's told me there's been songs I've been trying to play, and she goes, "No, you're not ready for this yet." You know what I mean? So I kind of respect it. You know, so I want to see like what songs do I need to play to be able to make myself proficient to get to this or whatever. You know, or should I just start practicing this kind of thing? But she'll let me know. But I mean, I'm gonna start learning it regardless. But if it's like weird fingering and that kind of stuff, that's where she's just like, "Hey, hold on," because like I was trying to learn a fugue, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on with these fingering?" And she said, "Like, don't look at that. That's gonna throw you off. You know, focus on where you're at now. You'll get there, but don't worry about that right now." Oh man, that's beautiful. I love that. Well, he plays it differently depending on the recording. Well, let me go back. This is a different recording. That's interesting. That's interesting. I heard a different recording. It immediately like loaded a different video, and he plays it slightly different. Well, I mean, like subtly, but it's different. You know, that's cool. That's like Nina Simone. Nina Simone, like you'll never really hear her play the same song twice. I mean, you'll never hear her play the same song sounding the same. You know, she always kind of mixes things up when she's live. Yeah. No, dude, I love that. That's beautiful. You know, like I had that recently with I think it's Chopin Nocturne number 9. I think is what it's called. I have to look it up again. But there's certain songs like I know they're out of range, they're out of my reach right now. But it's like that's my goal is to get there. So I want to practice. I want to do whatever I need to do to be able to get to that song. And it's like once I get, because that's how this song is for me, and that's how I really want to finish it. But the This song has taken me for years to get. Because when I took Theory 1, my teacher was like, everyone will be able to play this by the end of the semester. And I'm only just now being able to play it, you know? And that was like 10 years ago. Okay. Actually, way more. More than 10 years ago. So, again, respect the process. This stuff takes a while, and you have to put in the work. Because, again, I was not putting in the work before. I'm just jotting out all these. Nina Simone, you know some... Dude, Nina Simone's the best. I love Nina. Oh my god. Talk about a great piano player. I think she just kind of viewed herself as a piano player. Like when you ask her, she thought, I am a pianist. You know what I mean? She had that way of talking that she did where she'd say, I am a pianist. This is how I talk. When you watch any interview with Nina Simone, she's almost yelling at you. She says, yes, I shot him. He stole my money. I love Nina Simone, dude. I told him not to take my money, so I went to shot him and then I left the country. Oh, Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Oh, Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Where you gonna run to? On that day, he said, rock, I run to you, rock. I wanna, oh, Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Oh, Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Where you gonna run to? On that day, they say, rock, what's the matter with you, rock? Can't you see I need you, rock? On that day. Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Oh, Cinnamon, where you gonna run to? Where you gonna run to? I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could share all the chains holding me. I wish I could be like a bird in the sky. Then you'd see and be every man should be free. I wish I could give all I'm longing to give. Where you gonna run to? You gonna run to? Appreciate you, Haya. On that day, I run to the rock. I run to the rock. Then me, I run to the rock. Please hide me, I run to the rock. Please hide me on that day. The rock said out. I can't hide you, the rock cried out. I ain't gonna hide you, the rock cried out. Gonna hide you all on that day. Then the rock, what's the matter with you, rock? Can't you see I need you, rock? Oh no, all on that day. Don't run to the river, not really, I run to thee. It was bleeding, I run to the sea. It was bleeding all on that day. Don't run to the river. It was bleeding. Enunciate. I appreciate you. Enunciate. It was boiling on that day.
I'll run to the Lord.
Please hide me, Lord. Don't you see me crying? You see me crying, Lord, all on that day. So I run to the river. It was boiling, I run to the sea. It was boiling, I run to the sea. It was boiling all on that day. This is probably my favorite Nina Simone song. Oh, I should go for some Four Tops after this. Wish I knew how it would feel to be free. I wish I could break all the chains holding me. I wish I could say all the things that I should say. Say 'em loud, say 'em clear, for the whole round world to hear. I wish I could say all the love that's in my heart. Remove all the bars that keep us apart. I wish you could know what it means to be me. Then you'd see and agree that every man should be free. I wish I could give all I'm longing to give. I wish I could live like I'm longing to live. I wish I could do all the things that I can do, though I'm way overdue. I'd be starting anew. Well, I wish I could be like a bird in the sky. How sweet it would be if I found out I could fly. I'd soar to the sun and look down at the sea. Then you'd see and agree. Then you'd sing, 'cause I know, yeah. Well, I sing, 'cause I know how it feels. Oh, I know how it feels to be free. Lord, I know how it feels. Oh, I know how it feels. Do it free, Lord, no. Nina, what key do I prefer playing on the piano? Lately I love D. But C all day. I love C major, man. I don't care if it's basic. I love C major. I like simple. Ain't no woman like the one I got. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Ooh, 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 ooh. Baby, I need loving. Baby, I need your loving. Although you're never near, your voice I often hear. Another day, another night, I long to hold you tight. 'Cause I'm so lonely. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Some say it's a sign of weakness for a man to beg. But weak I would rather be. It means having you to keep. Lately I've been losing sleep. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Good night, echo your name. Sometimes I wonder, will I ever be the same? Oh yeah, when you see me smiling, you know things have gotten worse. And a smile you might see has all been rehearsed. Darling, I can't go on without you. The emptiness, I won't let me live without you. This loneliness inside me, darling, me feel half alive. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need 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 your loving. Got to have all your loving. Baby, I need your loving. Got to have all your loving. Some say it's a sign of weakness for a man to beg. Then weak I'd rather be. Slooby-dooby-doo-doo-doo-doo. Do you love me? 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 Now that I can dance, 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 dance. Watch me now. Work and work, work it on, baby. Work and work, I do a little crazy. Work and work, oh, a little slow now. Work. Boom, 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 boom. Do work, mashed potato. I can do the twist, do the twist. Tell me, baby, do you like it like this? Do you like it like this? Tell me, what becomes of the broken hearted who had love that's now departed? I know I got to find some kind of peace of mind. Help me, please. As I walk this land, as I walk this land, this land of broken dreams, I have visions of many things. Happiness is just an illusion, filled with sadness and confusion. What becomes of the broken hearted who had love that's now departed? I know I got to find some kind of peace of mind. Maybe, please. The fruits of love grow all around, but for me they come a tumbling down. Everyday heartaches grow a little stronger. I can't stand this pain much longer. As I walk this land, as I walk this land, as I walk this land, as I walk this land with broken dreams, I had visions of many things. Happiness is just an illusion, filled with sadness and confusion. What becomes of the broken hearted who had love that's now departed? I know I got to find some kind of peace of mind. Maybe, please. The roots of love grow all around, but for me they come a tumbling down. Very superstitious writings on the wall. Strong in the name of love. Before you break my heart, stop in the name of love. Before you break my heart, take it over. What up, Ashley? Lean on me. Okay, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Lean on me. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. What if we are wrong? Mm-hmm. We all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, they know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For lean on. Follow your pride. If I condemn, you need to borrow. All right, let's start this over because I got the music now. I love Bill Withers though. Bill Withers is the man. Sometimes in our life, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. On me, and you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just come, swallow your pride. If the heaven you need to borrow, for no one can leave those of your needs on your own no, only brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on me when you're not strong. It won't be long. I'm gonna need a hand. what you knew best. Intention, not right down the road I'm gonna need. You won't let show your soul on me, brother. You need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. Sugar pie, honey bun. You know that I love you. at you. How you doing, Baguette? I'm good, man. I'm chilling. Oh, feeling good. We are 2.5 hours into this practice session. Getting back on the ball with the piano. You know what I mean? That's what we're here to do. Let go, baby, let go. Whoa, let go, let go. We cooking, we cooking. See if we get to 3 hours. Hold on, let me just check something real quick. Alrighty, ladies and the gentlemen, what time is it in your part of the world? Time to eat salad. It's definitely time to eat salad. We'll be eating salad here shortly. That's definitely a must do. Who loves salad? Bum 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 bum. We love salad. Bum 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 bum. Who loves salad? Ram pa rapakata. We love salad. Who loves salad? We love salad. Yeah. I know you wanna leave me. What up, Russ? Hell yeah. You practice work on some piece. Yeah. I'm working. I'm right now. I'm just kind of looking at this. The piece I really want to get down is from the Bach. This is the piece I really want to focus on. So I have a few pieces that I'm working on, and then I kind of just sight read too. Like this is a big old fat book of music. Baby, baby, please don't leave me, girl. If I had a belly for your sympathy. What up, Tiffany? How you doing? Cello piece? Yeah. That's Bach. This is Prelude number 1. I think the cello piece you're thinking of is the suite number 1 on the cello, where it's like. So it's very similar, but yeah, those two are next door neighbors. Hey, I'm gonna take a break real quick, and I will be back in a little bit. But I'm just gonna take a quick break, and then I will be right back. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Yeah, I will be back to do a little bit more of this in a little bit. Yeah, appreciate you, Alcoa. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm trying to learn that piece on bass too, so that's why I know that piece. So I'll pull that piece out later if you're around. But yeah, I hope to see you guys here shortly. I just have to go handle some stuff outside real quick. So I will be back though. And if I don't see you guys in a bit, I hope you have a great rest of your day and see you guys soon. Peace.